Hello everyone, it is your favorite kind of punch, Mr. Falcon Punch 996, the underrated king, the recommendation master, and YouTube's #1 Dorohedoro fanboy, back to bring you guys another new video. And today's video is going to be, once again, another pickups video. But before I move on to the pickups, let me say one thing and one thing only, and that is, if you have not seen my last video, which was a triple manga recommendation, I highly recommend you do, because, you know, it's my first ever 3.0 manga recommendation, so obviously the quality is a lot better than previous manga recommendations. So if you want to see a better quality manga recommendation, go check out that video. And I recommended 3 awesome manga series. You know, one of them has donut-shaped cats with mechas and sci-fi elements and romance elements. The other one has horny robots from the future, and it's basically sort of like the perverted version of Doraemon, so you know, that's pretty cool. And the last manga series I recommended in that video features a new kind of dere. If you don't know what dere is, you know, it's kind of like the tsunderes and kuderes and yanderes. That manga series introduces a brand new kind of dere, which is called the godere. So again, if any of that stuff interests you, go check out that recommendation. Or if you just want to see, you know, a really good 3.0 video, go check out that recommendation. And of course, you know, if you don't check it out, you will be Falcon punched in the face, so you better do it anyways. But anyways, now that that's out of the way, let's begin this pickups. Alright, so starting this pickups video, the first thing I'm going to show you, which is easily the biggest thing I got in this pickups volume, is none other than Rurouni Kenshin Viz-Big of Volume 1. And as you can see, I'm still reading this because, you know, this shit is huge, but fucking yes, man. I've been wanting to get a Viz-Big for like the longest time because Viz-Bigs just look awesome. I mean, look at this. This is just awesome. You know, it's huge. It's 3 volumes in one. It's in good quality. I mean, the image quality is so good. You know, the pages feel awesome. Like, they're so smooth, and they even smell good, man, okay? They smell good. And, you know, and one of my favorite things about Viz-Bigs, they have color pages. You know, they have color pages. I freaking love color pages. I think I've said it in, like, other videos, but I just love color pages. So, yeah, you know, these Viz-Bigs are freaking awesome. Been wanting to reread Rurouni Kenshin for like the longest time, and you know what a better way to reread the series than buying the Viz-Big. So yeah, you guys could definitely bet later on start going to like pick up more of these. Probably am going to like start picking up like the Dragon Ball and Vagabond Viz-Bigs, but those are kind of like out of stock right now where I live, so I have to wait for those. But definitely going to pick up more of these. But moving on, we got Magi Volume 1. You know, I was so excited when this series was announced as being licensed in English, and yeah, I'm happy I bought it. I freaking love Magi, and this volume brings back so many memories, because like I remember when Magi only had like 4 chapters out. That's why I started getting into it, and like I read all 4 chapters in like one setting, and like after that, this series just started getting updated like crazy. Like if you were one of like the people who got into Magi like at like an early stage when like the series only had like under like 20 chapters, like you guys probably remember when like Magi was like literally updated every week, like almost like 5 times a week. You know, there would be like 5 to 10 chapters out every single week, and it was just awesome. Sadly, the manga's like not like that anymore. Now we only have like 1 chapter a week, but yeah, Magi's freaking awesome. Can't wait to buy Volume 2. Moving on, we got Dr. Slump Volume 2. This is probably going to be the last Dr. Slump volume I'm going to see for a while, since recently my manga store just like ran out. Like they're out of stock of Dr. Slump. So I'm going to have to wait for them to get back in stock, and that takes a long time in Dubai. So yeah, I'm going to have to play the waiting game. But, you know, I like Dr. Slump. You know, it's a silly series. You know, it's very childish, but, you know, it brings out your inner child, and that's what I like. And it's just a fun series, and it's fun, and it's cool to see what Akira Toriyama did, you know, before Dragon Ball. So yeah, Dr. Slump is awesome, and Ariel needs to be in J All-Stars. If she's not in J All-Stars, I'm gonna be pissed. But moving on, we got Toriko Volume 2. And what is this here? Could it be? Oh my god. Yes, as you could see, Volume 1 and 2, you know, connect together. That's freaking awesome. I don't know why the author didn't like, you know, continue on doing this with like later volumes, but oh well. You know, on the cover we got Coco. Coco's awesome. You know, he has that poison kind of abilities and shit like that. And you know, I like that because you don't really see that many good guys with like poison abilities. So I always thought that was a really unique aspect. about Coco. And we got Komatsu, the manly harem protagonist guy, because like this guy just manages to get like all the manly guys to love him. And then we got some of Toriko's hair and I guess muscle and shirt right here. But yeah, this was a pretty cool volume. We got to see Coco do some cool shit, Toriko do some cool shit. We saw, I think, a bit of Master Jiro, or knocking Master Jiro in here. And then, this was like basically the Puffer Whale arc, and that's pretty cool. And next I got Toriko Volume 3, with Toriko looking really cool. We got the Battle Wolf right here. I don't think that's Terry. I actually think that's like the Battle Wolf mom, I think. And then this is the GT Robo. Now, for like the longest time, I didn't know this was the GT Robo. I thought it was like grass or something, but then like I realized, like by taking a closer look, that the Coliseum is right here. So like, why the fuck would there be grass right there? And then I realized by like right here that this is the freaking GT Robo. So now that's pretty cool. This volume kind of ended the Puffer Fish or Puffer Whale arc, and then we moved on to like that gourmet Coliseum thing, where we got to see all the epic monsters and animals beat the shit out of each other. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And then at the end, the end shit got real. Cause like, let me find the panel, but it was a beastly panel right here. Toriko looks like he's gonna rape someone, and pretty sure next volume that's when he actually does. He goes like extremely beast mode. But yeah, can't wait to pick up the rest of the series. I mean, I've already read it all online, but it's a different experience actually having it in your hand and buying it. You feel like you kind of earned the moment because you bought it. But anyways, next. Yes, Dorohedoro Volume 10. Fuck yes. I love Dorohedoro. It's the shit, man. Go read it if you haven't already. Can't stress that enough. In the cover, we got two cross eyes. We got Dokuga and we got Tetsuo. In the back, we got Nanosuke, Ushishidora, Toto, and Saiji. I always forget this guy's name, but I think that's his name, Shaiji. But another beastly volume. I really want to talk more about it, but it's going to spoil a lot of shit for you guys if you haven't read it already. And also if you haven't already checked out that video, me, Godzilla Padilla Z, and Anime Hero, we did a Skype call on Dorohedoro, so also check that out. Link will be down below. It's a pretty cool Skype call. But yeah, this volume was freaking epic. It went by too quickly, but it was just freaking epic. And the end, okay, capital E-N, end of this volume, N does some crazy shit, and we learn more about the Cross-Eye Boss. And I'm not sure if me and Anime Hero stressed it enough in the Skype call we had like the other week, but the Cross-Eye Boss is a freaking boss. But moving on, we got Detroit Middle City Volume 3 and Volume 4. Funny story about these two volumes. I was only going to buy Volume 3 this month, but I had to get Volume 2 because I accidentally picked up this volume first, and then I got this volume. And Detroit Middle City is normally an episodic series, but this volume starts off from a story arc from the last volume, so I had to go out and buy this volume again. But these two volumes are freaking beastly. Volume 3, pretty funny. It's not as beastly as Volume 4, which I'll get to why it's beastly later on. But in this volume, Krauser does something epic. Now, if you can remember from the Volume 2 pickups video I did, when I got this series for Volume 2 of Detroit Middle City, Krauser raped a building. Well, in this volume, Krauser rapes the air. Alright? He made the air his bitch. Alright? And he created Krauser dioxide. Alright? Krauser freaking dioxide. Yes, okay, it's retarded, but is retardedly hilarious. This manga is just awesome. Like, some of the shit that happens in this volume, I can't even believe. Go check out Detroit Middle City. It's just epically hilarious. This volume was also pretty cool. We kind of have this like heavy metal like kind of tournament going on. And there is actually some epic moments in this volume, which kind of surprised me, because like Detroit Middle City has like epic comedy moments, but not just like overall epic moments. But like, look right here, music has the power to kill. Krauser went beast. Yeah, it was freaking awesome. It was freaking awesome. It was hilarious, but it was just so badass. And we got the back The backs of Detroit Middle City are always like the coolest part of the volumes because the spines are always like the same, and the fronts are always like Krauser, just in different poses. So yeah, the backs are always awesome because they show basically what's going on in the volume. They show characters. I got Krauser talking to Aikawa on the phone. Sadly, not the Doro Aikawa, but then we got Negashi, doing his weird face. Krauser. We got this guy who just sings about heavy metal shitting on people. Got this monk guy who Negashi accidentally fucks up. Then we got more heavy metal people. We got this dog that betrays Krauser. Got Krauser right here when he's about to rape the heir. Then we got this girl who's the son of the old heavy metal god. But yeah, Detroit Middle City, freaking awesome. Go read it. And next we got One Piece, Volume 9. This volume, man, this volume holds memories that are dear to me with this series, because this volume we got Nami's backstory. All right, Nami's backstory, man. That's when I really started to fall in love with One Piece, because it was the first time I ever felt really sad and almost wanted to cry while watching a manga series, because while watching an anime series, because I started off with the anime and then I later went to go read the manga. But just rereading Nami's flashback, just those memories, man. And this volume was freaking awesome. Some cool stuff happened, and of course Nami's sad flashback, and we got Nami right here, pretty cool. And then we got Luffy looking happy. We got Zoro looking badass as always. I mean, he has blood in his section of the cover, man, because he's just badass like that. You got Usopp running away, as usual. And then we got Sanji. Sanji also looks badass. Like in this cover, Zoro and Sanji just look the most badass, but still, this is an overall awesome volume of One Piece. And next we got another volume of One Piece, One Piece Volume 10. Luffy looks like a straight up boss right here. He has his muscles popping out. I love it when Oda draws the straw hat over Luffy's face, and the whole top half of his face is all darkened. Luffy always looks badass when he draws him like that. And then we got the sea cow. We got Arlong looking beastly. We got I think his name's Kuribo, the fisherman martial artist. Then we got this guy. I think his name was Chu or something like that, but I can never take that guy seriously because of his face. And then we got Hachi. But we got a lot of fights in this arc. This volume, lots of cool fights and lots of cool moments. It's One Piece, man. And Arlong Park, this arc is when I really started digging One Piece. This is when I really started to grow that passion I have of today for One Piece. And then it later turned into just awesomeness when we got to Alabasta. But I can't wait to get out to Alabasta, but still Arlong Park, freaking awesome. And now we're done with the manga I got for this month. So yeah, that's all the manga I got. Freaking awesome. So now we're going to move on to a book I got. And the book I got is Making Movies by Cindy Lumet. Now, Cindy Lumet, if you guys don't know, is a filmmaker, a very popular and well-respected filmmaker. That being said, I have not watched a single film of his, but I probably will in the future. And as the title suggests, this movie is about making movies. And I think I've said it in previous videos. I have interests in becoming a filmmaker. So obviously, reading a book by a filmmaker about making films is obviously something I need to read. So, I got this book pretty good. I've only read a tiny bit of it, but still really good, really insightful. And, I can't wait to finish reading it. And now it's time for the graphic novels I got, and then, I'll just wrap up this video. But first, I got what has to be one of my favorite graphic novels / comics in my collection, and that is Saga Volume 1. Originally, my favorite comic was Batman The Dark Knight Returns that I have currently in my collection, but this just blew it out of the water. It's just awesome. The world building and the fantasy and the sci-fi and all these awesome and unique elements that are in this series are just awesome. Blends, action and sci-fi, fantasy, magic, romance, action, and just all these just awesome things and elements just into one awesome comic. And I can't wait to get Volume 2. I was going to get Volume 2 the other day, but I didn't have the money on me. And I'm probably going to do a recommendation for the series later, but it's just awesome. When you go to your comic book store and you see this comic, buy it. Highly recommend you do this. It's just awesome. It's basically about these two, and they're both from different planets, and these two planets have been at it for years. They've been constantly fighting for years and years, but in a Romeo and Juliet fashion, these two get together and they have a baby.
And while it may sound cliche, because these two have a baby and then everyone's after them, that sounds pretty cliche because a lot of people have done the whole Romeo and Juliet thing many times. But the way this series goes about this kind of Romeo and Juliet storyline is very unique. It's very awesome. It's very funny, very action packed, and it's just awesome. Like, go check out Saga. Saga, awesome. Just get it. I highly recommend you. And the last thing I got for this pickups is another graphic novel, and that is Spawn. Now, I've heard great things about Spawn, so I decided to check out the comic, since the comic is actually pretty cheap when compared to other comic books. I mean, comic books still aren't the cheapest, because really for the price of one comic book, I could literally buy a VizBig. So obviously, yeah, that's, it kind of sucks, because VizBigs offer more things, but still, Spawn is pretty good. I can't wait to buy the rest. I really like this part of the origin story. It's basically how Spawn became Spawn. And, Spawn has some pretty cool powers. Can't wait to see, the more of the things he's able to do. Because, I heard, Spawn has a lot of powers and abilities. I think he has, the powers of hell or something. And, I'm not sure if it's exactly Spawn or some other, comic book hero. But I think he, defeats Satan or, kicks Satan's ass. So, that's pretty badass. Can't wait to collect the rest of the Spawn collection. Since I think there's at least 16 or 18 out at the moment. I'm not entirely sure, but that is basically the end of this pickups video. So, as always, I am Mr.FalconPunch996. Like, comment, subscribe to my reviewing channel, Mr.FalconPunch9000, and also, please do not forget to check out my last video, my 3.0 triple manga recommendation. I want you guys to see that so you guys can see the improvement in quality in my recommendations videos, because that's one of the points of me doing 3.0 in the first place. But yeah, anyways, if you haven't done any of that yet, expect a Falcon Punch to go to your face, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.